Ayan. So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome again dito sa RAFX, wherein nagdi-discuss tayo ng iba't ibang topic about the market. And today, ang gagawin natin is we will have a review on kung ano ba ang nangyari sa market this week. We will check on ano yung mga balita na meron tayo this week, ano yung stocks na tumaas, and on the later part magkakaroon din tayo ng outlook sa incoming week, kung ano yung pwede nating makita using the calendar, or I mean using the index chart of the PSEI, and then we'll pick some of stock na pwede nating tingnan, and then let's see kung ano yung opinion natin doon sa chart based on the chart lang, and then yeah, that's it. So if again, lagi po nating ipapaalala na ginagawa po natin ang mga video na to for me personally is para mailag ko yung aking experience on how to trade and invest sa different type of market. Ito rin po yung way ko para kumbaga in the past few years na meron tayong konting experience sa market, and in the coming years makikita po natin kung ano yung development personally, at syempre gusto rin natin makatulong sa discussion and pagbibigay ng information about the market, hindi lang sa Philippine market, but we also sometimes cover here different market including forex, crypto, US stocks, and commodities. So meaning ang lahat po ng maririnig natin dito sa aking video is hindi po ito financial advice, because sabi nga, I am just sharing my experience at kung ano po yung pwede natin ma-share sa larangan ng trading in the market. And yeah, sabi nga ng mga idol ko na chine-check ko or pinapanood ko is kanya-kanyang bili at benta tayo ng ating mga minamanok or pinag-aaralan na stock. So this presentation is only for educational purposes. It doesn't contain investment advice or recommendation. RAFX accepts no responsibility for any use that may be made of these comments and for any consequences that result. So bumili lamang po tayo at magbenta lang po ang ayon sa kaalaman at ating kakayanan. So first topic is yung ating recap. For this week, mega wide ang isa sa news na meron tayo. Mega wide is actually a construction company, construction listed company, and this week inoffer nila yung MWP4 na preferred share. So mamaya titingnan natin kung ano yung information na meron tayo about dyan, and yeah. So again, ang isa din is ang mega wide sets 5.3% dividend rate for preferred shares offering. Ang isa din sa balita this week is with regards to the economy, vehicle sales declines 12.4% year-on-year in September, but improves 35.6% month-on-month. So all the prices IPO shares at 60 centavos per share. So yun yung kumbaga summary ng ating recap. So let's get into the details of those. So una-una, yung mega wide sets 5.3% dividend rate for preferred shares of offering. So mega wide sets the dividend rate for its follow-on offering of Series 4 preferred shares to 5.3%. The company also mentioned that the shares will be subject to a dividend step-up rate if it does not redeem the shares 3 to 5 years from its listing date, which is today. Recall that Megawide's offering will consist of 30 million preferred shares at $100 per share, with an over-allotment option of 10 million shares. Net proceeds will be used to retire their Series 1 preferred shares that come with a 7.025% coupon rate per annum. The offer period will be from October 13 to 19 with a target listing date of October 29. Okay. So, today din, kumbaga kanina nakinig din ako sa webinar ng COL with regards to the this new preferred share offering by Megawide. And ang isa sa kung bakit naging interested ako is tama, kung merong nakapanood sa inyo doon, isang interested ako is right now, kung mapapansin niyo yung price ng Megawide, let's take a look at it for a bit. Tingnan natin sa Megawide. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, ang Megawide is been declining for the past few months since the pandemic. Okay? So, ito yung time na August of 2020, March. So, ito yung kasagsagan ng pandemic. And if you will notice, check lang kung talagang nakashare tayo doon. So, kung mapapansin nyo yung price ng Megawide is, it keeps on declining. But, ang pinaka-price point na tinitingnan ko dito is etong yellow horizontal line na 14.28 which started declining since February 24 of 2020. So, kumbaga mga ka-market, ito yung kung value investor ka, sabi nga nila, is isa sa tinitingnan nila kung nagde-decline ang isang stock, but it will serve us as well na opportunity kung sa tingin nila yung isang company or ang isang listed company is merong potential. So sa tingin ko naman personally, ang Megawide based sa discussion kanina at based sa mga nasagap nating news previously, eto for me is a good bargain for Megawide. So imagine now, ang Mactan Cebu International Airport, which is being managed by them, is syempre since pandemic pa, mababa pa rin yung dating ng ating mga passengers. And imagine if a few months from now na babalik tayo ng pakonti-konti hanggang sa maibalik natin yung at least siguro mga 40% of pre-pandemic volume ng ating mga pasahero sa Mactan Cebu International Airport. So sa tingin ko, that would affect on the price. So aside from that, based on the discussion din kanina, is meron silang mga different projects. Kung ito is para sa airport, meron din silang PITX or yung tinatawag nilang public transport for different local government unit. So isa na nga dito is yung ginagawa nila sa Baguio, and another one is kung sa Carbon or sa Cebu Market is meron din silang dinidevelop na nire-remodel nila or sila yung magmo-modernize ng isa sa pinakamatandang public market yata dito sa Cebu, which is the Carbon Public Market. So anyhow, my point is, if you think, again, you'll need to research on this. if you think this company will go up or will have potential at the price point of 6.27, I think this would be a great price to get in. But kung kung ako, ang gagawin ko rito is hindi ako mag-all in. I'll try to buy in tranches because this is not a quick fly stock scheme. So this would need patience because again, uh, from now until 2024, eto yung time bago siguro sila makabawi. Okay, so that is for the mega wide. So let's get back to our presentation on the recap. So, recap natin. So next is, so with regards to the economy, according to Business World, vehicle sales declines 12.4% year-on-year in September to 21,493 vehicles. Pero maraming vehicle pa rin yan, di ba? However, on a sequential basis, sales showed a 35.6% month-on-month improvement amidst easing quarantine restriction. Recall that the government shifted to a new alert system with granular lockdowns to allow more sectors of the economy to reopen. Broken down, passenger car sales grew 34.5% month-on-month to 6,580 units. So, yon ang regarding sa ating vehicle. So, sana all meron mga sasakyan. And yeah, you are part of that percentage na nakapagpataas ng sales ng vehicles month-on-month. Okay, another big news this week is the IPO shares of Aldi, because binaba nila ang share price into 0.60% as 0.60 centavos per share. So Aldi set its final offer price for its IPO at 60 centavos per share. It's a 25% lower than the previous 80 cents per share. The company is offering 6.857 billion shares for 60 cents per share with an over-allotment option of 685.71 million shares. Okay. So the proceeds from the IPO will be used for debt repayment as well as for capital expenditures and initial working capital for its store network expansion. The company is targeting to have 45 stores by the end of next year and up to 100 stores by the end of 2026. So the offer period is currently set from October 18 to 25. So this will run from next week, Monday, up to the next Monday, October 25. So, sa mga hindi nakakilala kung ano yung Aldi, this is another Villar company na meron silang mall. Diba? Okay, so ang mga eye catchers natin for the week is I got three companies. So, this is the Converge, TMC, and SCC. So, tingnan natin ang bawat isa sa kanila. So, first is ang Converge. Converge. So for the Converge, kumbaga ang continuous decline niya since January of 2021. Okay? January of 2021, ito yung part kung saan siya breakout. Ayan, no? So this one is a breakout from this consolidation, and tuloy-tuloy na siya. And if you'll notice, kung titingnan natin kung ilang percent yan, let's take a price range measurement. So if we'll check that one from there up to the all-time high, which is at 45.29, that's a total of 173.39% na run up. And this week, napansin ko na yung price is nag-decline siya papunta sa 50 exponential moving average. So that means as a trader, it could be an opportunity to get into this and swing and ride the swing back to that high. So if you'll check that one, if we will be lucky enough to ride that trend, that range, that would give you a 42.12%. So not bad. So that means, of course, as a trader, you will still apply risk management, because that's the main heart ng pagiging trader. So dapat alam mo kung ilang percent lang para you will survive on this trading game. So that's for the Converge. And next is, ano yung next? DMC, another parabolic move. So ang reason ng parabolic move ni DMC at saka ni SCC is the special cash dividend. So let's see DMC. Okay. So yun nga, kung titingnan mo is nag-run up ang DMC for this price. And ang breakout point niya is from here, which is, let's check this one. So ayan, ito yung pinaka-breakout niya nung September 30. And from there, nag-run up siya ng about 32.35%. So not bad, di ba? And for me, of course, I'm just, if I will trade DMC, I will not get in now, because for me it's a little bit dangerous for my strategy. What I'd like to see for DMC is at least to have a retest or a pullback a little bit, and then, for example, dito sa level na to, and if we're lucky enough, so pwede natin siyang bilhin doon para makaride ulit tayo pabalik. But for now, for me is I'll just watch DMC on the sideline. So since DMC and SCC is a sister company, so if you will see, the move of SCC is the same. So ayan, nagparabolic din siya, di ba? So with the same as SCC, I mean DMC as well, hindi ko siya bibilin for now because it's a little bit dangerous for my trading strategy. So ang gusto ko rin, I would wait for a pullback, or at least if we're lucky is doon mismo babalik yung presyo niya sa 50 moving average before I get it. Okay. So next is ang ating pagkatapos ng eye catcher is ano ba ang outlook natin for next week po from October 18 to October 22. So for me, siguro magko-continuous pa rin yung ating tuloy-tuloy na pag-akyat ng ating market, at least locally. So kung titingnan mo yung index natin, okay, so, kung titingnan mo yung ating index, check natin siya sa ating swing. Yan. PSE. Adjust natin ng konti. Okay. So, maganda yung takbo ng market natin this week, and in fact, malapit na siya dito sa resistance natin na 7,288 na resistance natin. So, I believe mga konting tulak na lang, pwede natin yung ma-break next week, or pwede rin tayo magkaroon ng pullback na konti. But with the sentiments on rollout of the vaccine, so tingin ko tuloy-tuloy pa rin to until we find or yung ating mga trader is mag-profit take ulit. Okay? So, as usual, ang trend ng PSEI is still uptrend. Nasa taas siya ng 50 and 200 moving average natin. So, maganda yung move niya, and hopefully, doon sa mga nakasakay from this level, good. And sa mga nag-aabang ng konting pullback, then we'll see kung mabibigyan tayo ng pagkakataon next week para maka-pullback or para makabili. Okay? So, ano-ano naman yung mga calendar activities natin by next week? Check natin yung ating market calendar from October 18 to 22. So, ang isa, meron tayong declaration of cash dividends for Rockwell Land Corporation. And then another one is, this is the Semirara or the SEC, DMCI, which is, these are the reason why nagkaroon sila ng parabolic move this week because of that special cash dividend. So yon for SMO. So ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng SMO ulit? So Centro Escolar is magkakaroon sila ng stockholders meeting. So yon ang ating mga aabangan for next week. Of course, ang next na on a daily basis is titingnan natin kung ano ba yung mga opportunities na makikita natin by next week. So yeah, I think we've covered the topics, or meron pa tayong mga some stock. So let's check sa ating trade or sa mga minomonitor nating stock. So let's check my own watch list. Yan. Okay, and let's check that out. So let's see yung TEL. It's a very good company. So medyo biased to kasi I am a long holder of PLDT. So for me, this is a good opportunity. Next week baka ma-hate niya pa etong support, but if you are trying to trade a PLDT, then abang-abang ka lang ng konti dito sa support na to, and then your target would be on this resistance. You would start by etong level na to, which is 1,717. Okay, so that's one. So another stock that we have is a REIT company, which is MREIT. Ito, gustong-gusto ko siyang gustong-gusto kong mag-add ng position sa MREIT, but unfortunately hindi ko siya na-monitor ng maayos kanina because we have a few errands during market hours. Tingnan natin kung mabibigyan tayo ng konting pagkakataon by next week. And of course, isa rin sa inaabangan nating price ng konti is yung mega wide. Okay, M wide. Yan. So kung baga yan yung ating isa sa inaabangan, kasi nga gusto natin na maka-accumulate ng maraming stock for mega wide. So yun mga ka-market, so hopefully meron tayong natutunan, napulot na konti sa ating outlook and recap for the Philippine market. So I will try to create another video by this weekend with regards to the trades I made naman doon sa Forex. So hopefully you would enjoy the rest of the weekend and enjoy with your family. And follow nyo lang yung ating link sa Facebook, kasi nagpo-post tayo ng iba't ibang trade ideas doon. And also here, kung ano yung mga ideas na trade na ginagawa natin per week using 1 hour and daily chart. So again, thank you so much for watching and have a very good